Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Scottish Disney Cars Collector YouTube channel. And today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new 2025 Disney Store. This is my first Disney Store item I'm looking at on the channel. Cars Holiday Pack, I think it's called, just by trying to see the name in the background. Now you can see my reflection. Hello. Yes, I'm wearing shades. Because light is too much sometimes. So, it's kind of weird to record something and you can see my reflection. I've only just noticed that as I've started rolling. But I wanted to have the box in the background. I will need to move out of the way though to actually review these properly. But so this is obviously came about along with the Halloween pack. The Halloween pack got announced first, or pictures shown of it, and then the Christmas one followed on not too long after. Now, I've been feeling a bit of reluctance towards these because, controversial this might be, I am not a big fan of the Disney Store cars. So maybe like, why did I buy this? Well, there's a few reasons. But I'm not a big fan of the Disney Store cars purely because I just don't think they hit as much for me as Mattel does. I know a lot of people grew up with the Disney Store stuff, and that is completely fine. There is a love there for it, but I think because even when I was a kid, these weren't proper Disney cars to me. I know that sounds sacrilegious, but to me, the proper ones were the 155 scale diecast. Like those were, you can see I'm a queen, the Storm and Lightning, what's he called? Lightning Storm. You can see him much up in the corner of the screen. To me, those were the proper cars diecast. Those were the ones that I collected and wanted. The Disney Store ones were this weird sideline where the only ones I ever had were ones that were really hard to get, of like the 155 scale characters. So Disney Store I had previously, I had the Queen and Prince William, purely because their deluxes and that were so hard to get. I had Rip Klitschkonski because Mattel obviously did not make him as a 155 scale for quite a long time. He should have been in that original Porter Corsa series. Then I had a weird 2-pack of Ape and Tomber. Ape is a weird Sal Mancini repaint. He was weirdly in scale with the Mattel one, so I've always kept him rather than, with the Disney Store lot. And I had as well, actually, glow in the dark Francesco Bernoulli and Shuto the Roque, where basically it wasn't glow in the dark, but they had actual working lights. There was a button underneath them you pressed, and their headlights would light, which they were really fucking cool actually. I loved those as a kid. But apart from that, and maybe buying the odd piece and bit recently, not really had a lot of Disney Store stuff. I just Grandma McQueen. I don't know. I've never really liked the quality of Disney Store cars. I think they feel very light. I don't think the paint feels very durable either. And God, you've seen how chipped up some of those older ones, especially now, get. And because they were just out of scale for the other ones, I was just like, I don't really want these. If there's a 150, if there's a 155 scale version, I'd rather have that. So yeah, and another thing I need to go over and mention, and kind of my reason for buying is to see all the hype. And personally, I think they're all right. I don't think they're anything amazing that people are making them out to be. I do want the Halloween pack though, but see, this is the other thing, right? I've been feeling reluctance towards these, but for me, that Halloween pack has easily been the best diecast item we've had this year. Easily. I think that tops all Race and Rescue, the Thailand variants we've had, even for stuff like Eugene Carbaresi and Acer and Graham. I think that Halloween pack definitely tops it. This, though, absolutely not. I don't think this really deserves the hype that people have been giving it at all. Just purely because I think the Halloween pack is more exciting because apart from Dracula Mater, those are all new versions of those characters. The only new car, as far as I'm aware, is this Lightning McQueen, which is a weird repaint of World Grand Prix McQueen with a Santa hat and a pretty cool green lightning bolt. Actually, I've just fucking realised where this comes from. Holy shit. Sorry, my hands literally smacked together there. Like, I've just realised something, right? Okay? This McQueen, right? I don't know much about the Christmas cards media and that. I've never read the book, but I have a t-shirt that my partner got for me literally last Christmas 2024, and on that t-shirt is this very Lightning McQueen. I've only just fucking realised that. Holy shit. It's a render for one of his classic Cars 2 artworks. He's got a Santa hat, green lightning bolt, and it's got like snow or something on the t-shirt. I can't remember because I've not worn it for a while. I should wear it more often, but holy shit, I've just realised that. Yeah. Oh, so as far as I know, there's a rendering that exists for this version of McQueen, but in terms of actual appearance, I don't have a fucking clue. However, in terms of new, I think this is brand new. Like, we've never had this in 155 scale, because the other ones here, they've been released before. Reindeer Hat Mater, he was released in the very sought after free pack of him, McQueen, and the Santa Claus car. So it is nice to see him. I don't know if these were new for Disney Store, to be honest, but what I'm getting at here is like, in terms of new, as far as I'm aware, they are new for Disney Store scale. However, in terms of diecast, no, they're not. We've had these before, just smaller scale. Ramon, he's been released plenty of times, I know that. And then Doc with a Santa hat, he was just literally re-released again last year, though I don't know if he had this on the front. In fact, I think he did, actually. So the point I'm getting at here is, this is the thing, right? People are slating Race and Rescue, and people got the comments that were coming out when these got revealed, and people were like, "Oh my god, Mattel just not Mattel, like people were saying, oh my god, Disney Store just absolutely destroyed Mattel with its output because they seen that Mattel was failing. They were like, oh, what can we cook? What we can make? Meh. No. Okay, that won't be the reason at all. I bet you the fucking reason why Disney Store have suddenly started making stuff again. And just let's bear in mind, it's 2 4-packs, okay? It's 2 4-packs and nothing else we've had. We might get something else revealed before the end of the year. I won't be surprised if we do. But it's been 2 4-packs. That's 8 cars, right? Mattel have still gave us about 25 new fucking cars this year, okay? That is including Thailand variants. But in terms of actual new releases, there's been 17, if I remember correctly. There's 15 Race and Rescue and Jonathan Gerson and Marsha Elswrench. Include Thailand variants in that, that's still about 25, right? 25 compared to 8. To me, I think Mattel's still doing better than this, but anyway. Like, this is what... And yes, Race and Rescue are repaints. I'm not going to deny that. But this is the same thing here. What, apart from an oddly sculpted Santa hat? It's the same thing. And I bet you the reason why Disney Store have just suddenly came out with these, because they've not made car stuff for years. They've kind of slowed down in the last couple of years. The last stuff they'd done for cars was the on the road packs, which was the McQueen one where you could change from like Deputy to Road Rumbler, and then they done Mater where you can change it from Road Rumbler to the Super Speeder one, which is that's the only way you can get a diecast of Super Speeder Mater. It was pretty cool. And they done an Ivy, I think, as well. Apart from those 3, they've done nothing these last few years, right? That was the last Disney Store stuff we got for cars. And I imagine it was just because On the Road came out and they just wanted to capitalise it on a bit. This is from a book, but this book was released, like 15 years ago. There's no current source for these to come out, and it's the same for the Halloween pack. Now, that's slightly different, though, because those are Holiday Park themed, because obviously they change the cars every year for Halloween. So it would be nice to get that Pirate Hat Cruise. But the point I'm getting at here is, when you look at it, right, I think the only reason why Disney Store have just done these randomly, which is very nice, it's nice to see Disney Store stuff, it will be because the 20th anniversary is coming along next year, right? I don't think Disney Store were going to go the whole of 2026 without making anything. Like, that's just, like, as much as they've not made anything in a couple of years, like, there's no way they were going to do it. They're going to make stuff for the 20th anniversary, which is great, that's fantastic. I can't wait to see what they'll make. But I think that's the reason why we've got these packs. It's just a little taste and flavour, like, okay, let's get into 2026 here. Let's just do 2 of these random packs, which are based off holiday things. These will be great gifts for, I guess, Halloween and Christmas, But the sole reason, I think, is because we've got the 20th coming up next year, which, yeah, of course, capitalise off that. Mattel are certainly gonna, aren't they? So, to people saying, like, oh, this is because Mattel is failing and Disney Store were like, right, honestly, for people who have been saying, right, and if it seemed like this, for people who have been saying that Mattel's been failing since 2021, right? Because I know there are people out there who are saying that, and you can see how angry I am in the reflection. For people who have been saying that, right, they've failed since 2021, right? Why have we only had fucking 3 Disney Store lot finds since then? Being the on the road stuff, and now these 4 packs. We've just gone 2023 and 2024 without nothing from Disney Store, and arguably those have been some of Mattel's best years for the diecast since 2017 when Cars 3 came about. Arguably, because of the amount of new on the road, there was still on the road stuff obviously, but the amount of new actual variations of diecast we got. Put 1 and 1 together. Honestly, it's a no fucking brainer. So that's just this goes for people who's been complaining about these and saying like, oh, Mattel's just this and that. No, they've probably made these because the 20th is coming next year, right? I don't think there's any other reason behind it. Anyway, enough, because I'm just sick of people. I'm sick to death of people complaining about Race and Rescue and then saying that these are like, oh, maybe back us up. Like, no. Okay. It probably just because of the 20th, right? Because Disney Store will do stuff for the 20th. I have no doubt about that. So, anyway, that was enough rambling for 11 minutes. Let's actually get into the review. Because I'm going to have to speed through these, but I don't have a lot to say, to be honest. I knew most of it would be a ramble, but let's take a quick look at the packaging. Very basic. It's just got renders of On the Road McQueen and Mater, and it says Cars Holiday 4-pack, Disney Store. Actually, before I left that, well, you can't really see it, but yeah, it's got the background of Willie's Butte, which is fine. But I would have really liked if that was snowy, like how in Cars 3 we see like the snowy sort of like carburetor cap mountain and that, radiator cap mountain, whatever. I would have much preferred it to be a sort of snowy background as opposed to just the desert. It works for the Halloween pack because of the colours, but I just would have liked it snowy. But anyway, yeah, the packaging is alright. It's just basic red and white and silver, and on the back you've got pictures of your cars. And that's it. There's not much more else to be said. I've never been that keen on Disney Store packaging either, to be honest. But anyway, right, the 4-pack, which I need to quickly review, but I really don't have a lot to say about these. So we will start with McQueenie, and then of course work our way up. Right, so McQueen. Honestly, my least favourite of the whole set. I don't really like the expression, to be honest. I don't like how flat the red looks either. The Santa hat looks pretty good, but it's just a really basic design. I do like the green lightning bolt from Cars 2. That is pretty cool with the flames and it continues on the spoiler. The wheels are very nicely done, I'll give them that. Nice red rims in silver. Rubber tyres in all 4 of these, which is really cool. I do like that a lot. I thought they might have been pulled back and go, but they're not. Just when I felt they were rubber tyres. I mean, that's it. There's not much more else I can say about this, actually, to be honest. Yeah, he's my least favourite of the set. He's okay. Really don't like that expression, especially without the fucking eyeliner. Mater, the reason why I actually got the set for a bit cheaper, so this set is retailing at £30 on the UK website for Disney Store. The Halloween pack is not available, unfortunately. I hope it does come into stock. But I paid £26 for this 4-pack on Vinted because of this. The slight chip in Mater's eye, and that's why they sold it off for cheaper. They even sent this in the shipping box that Disney Store used, which is a very nice box, I'll say that, by the way. It's got nice, it's got Mickey and the gang on it and a really nice blue design. I've literally got it sitting up in the corner. I would pan the camera up, but I don't want to ruin the setup. Yeah. So this is the main reason why I got it for cheaper, because I could let this go. The flake was on there yesterday. It's now came off over time, which, oh well. Anyway, Mater, don't like as much as I thought I would. It's obviously the reindeer hat version, which is very good. The expression on this is really nice. I like the expression. The reindeer hat is very well sculpted. It's got lovely, sort of actual fibre wool texture. So I really like that about it a lot, actually. And these are pretty well sculpted and they feel durable. They're made of a sort of soft plastic. His tow cable, really bendy as shit. That's another thing I don't like on Disney Store, mate. It's just how you see a lot of these broken on the aftermarket. And he's holding, I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but everyone knows this decoration. I would have preferred, in all honesty, if they had it sculpted sort of like that, so like, it looks like it's flown up when he's going about, but it was literally just like tucked in there. That's the way it came, so I've had it sitting out because I think that looks a lot better. One thing I do not like is the wheels. They're wrong. They're both yellow. One should be yellow, one should be blue. Although someone can let me know if that's actually correct, but I doubt it is. And the rust detail is not really well done, I think, either. The Mattel one does it so much better, I think. Yeah, that's Mater. Oh, and I like how he's actually got 6 rubber tires. Like, they have separated these because, you know, he does have 6 tires. So I'll give him that. It's very nice because they could have just easily sculpted it as one piece, but nope, they actually went to the effort. My favourite of the set, Ramon. This looks fantastic. I love the metallic green, slate metallic green. Really cool hot rod red, and I love that white. And I've never owned the 155 scale diecast, and this is my first Disney Store Ramon, and the Chevrolet Impala is my favourite car of all time. So naturally, I was gonna love this one, and yeah, he's bloody fantastic. I think it just looks so cool. Made. Does it say made in China? Oh, these made in Vietnam. Oh, I didn't know these were made in Vietnam. Well, there you go. But yeah, this is so cool. The wheels are really nicely done as well and sculpted. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. I'm just a big... And I love the white pinstripe on the back. Big fan of this. Pretty cool expression as well. Love this guy. Very nice. And last but not least, Speed and Foodies, because I don't have a lot to say. Doc. Who's... probably my second least favourite of the set, but it's nice to have the Hudson Hornet as a sort of big vehicle. I never had a Doc anyway previously in Disney Store scale, so I do wish this was all chrome, as it should be though. But he's got this on the front. Nice red wheels, like his old racing tyres. Pretty, you know, nice enough expression. If anyone's going to be Santa Claus out of all of them, it has to be Doc, right? Don't like how that's sculpted as part of the body. I wish it was separated. He's in his nice blue. And there's your license plate. Yeah. Nice silver trim. And there you go. That is the Christmas holiday, what the fuck's it called again? Holiday Cars 4-pack from Disney Store. It's alright. I just wanted to see what it was all about. But there'll be nice display pieces. Like, to me, I see these as sort of like nice decoration pieces, like the Halloween pack. So I'll probably have these about the house for Christmas. You know, because they are quite nicely themed. But I don't understand how people can say they're better than what you can see in the back there. They're really not, honestly. Because I just think Race and Rescue is much more interesting, to be completely honest. But anyway. That's it. Don't have much more to say. Not speeded through them there. It was a big long ramble, but they're alright at the end of the day. It's like the KSW highlights video I've done. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.